This is Kurtaville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and of course, it is one of my first days of work. Thank you, sir.
Anything else for you? Everything good?
Man, everything's perfect. Thank you.
Good job.
All right. And just enjoying a little breakfast. I hope you guys have enjoyed some of my latest videos, and I tried to make enough content because I don't think that I will be able to stream on set like I thought I was going to, because the area was supposed to be bad as Hades, but nonetheless, just eating me a little breakfast. I hope you guys are having a good morning. Morning's been pretty good. You guys come in, hit that like button. I'm having some pancakes, man. And definitely worked up an appetite. You know, and just ready to hit work, man, because this is like the first time since March I've actually worked. And really thankful for it. Just wanted to reach out to you guys this morning, see what everybody was doing. When you guys come in, hit that like button. Nero Sparta, top of the morning, CP. Top of the morning to you. Eunice Bertabal. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. You know, I'm representing the Counterpunch Boxing. People ask, what's Counterpunch Boxing? It's Counterpunch Boxing News. News that you can use, man. But, dude, look at the size of this pancake. Look at this, dude. This is my breakfast, right? I'll share this with you guys. Look at this. I'm not going to be able to eat all that. I'll be asleep. Yeah. I think I'm going to need more butter. Yeah, this is what you call divide and conquer. Any news about the undercard of Fury versus Usyk? Man, I have not. You know, they've been, to be January, you haven't really heard a lot of that. You know, we're still talking about the day of reckoning. And you would think they would have a card together. I think Joe Joyce will be on that card, if I'm not mistaken. I think he'll be on the card. I think, I don't know who else would be. What do you guys think about Zane calling out Anthony Joshua? You know. There we go. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that whatsoever. About the undercard. But the good thing is you haven't heard anything from Tyson Fury. And that's a really good thing. Lord Gilliam. It's called Texas Walker. It's the adaptation of Texas Walker Ranger. It's just without Chuck Norris. Dude, if I was going to meet Chuck Norris, I would be stoked. But I'm not. Detroit in the house. What's for breakfast? Well, let me show you guys again if you haven't seen. I'm trying to tackle this, which are some huge pancakes. And these are some chorizo tacos, right? So, I think I'm going to start on the tacos, because if I keep eating this, I'm not going to have any room left, you know? And these are pretty big. Damn, look at the size of this taco. Beautiful. I'm right next door to B.D. Riley's, which is a pretty famous pub down here. I'm glad I didn't find that out. I don't think they're open until like 11. Folk noise. Folk nose. Will Bivol versus Better be the fight of the year in 2024? Well, I'm not sure, because for one, Baturviev has to get past Callum Smith. And I think Callum Smith is a better light heavyweight than a super middleweight for some reason. I just think he's stronger, because he's already big. You know, I always wanted to see Callum Smith versus David Benavidez. Kurt, did you know Mark Madoff broke his arm? I did not know that. Did he break it in the fight? That's crazy. I think so, Lord Gilliam. I think so. When did you get sick, Kurt? A couple days ago. I had the flu anyway, and then I went out like a couple days before New Year's, and it got worse. But I'm feeling a lot better, so, you know. Scantch Rant, stuntman back to work. God bless. Absolutely, brother, all the time. Because it's just almost like in the business, if you don't get any calls or emails, it's almost like nothing exists. You know? Marshall D. Vaughn, hey man, I'm starting streaming I am a starting streamer and YouTuber. I would love to have you on an interview. You really got me into boxing. Marshall D. Vaughn. Man, if you can stream by now, that means you're in the right direction. But yeah, man, I'll take some time out for you, definitely. There we go. Martin McCauley undercard of Fury versus Usyk. Oh, that's good. That's real good. Yeah, McCauley, he's a heavy-handed brother. What are you, a part-time actor, Kurt? Part-time actor. I wouldn't necessarily say that because as of now, that's my main job. Even though it hasn't seemed like it. Because we was on strike for the most part of last year. Marshall Devon, just hit me up on Instagram, man. DeVille Kurt. Yeah, Lord Gilliam. Yeah, I'll work with him today. And I never watched Supernatural, so, you know what I mean? This is the strange thing about any film or show that I'm in. I don't watch it. I would love some more water and some more syrup. Okay. Cruz Banter. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Salute from the UK. Ah, that's nice. That's what I need, brother. Thank you.
I got you.
Oh, this is a cool bottle, too, man.
Thank you. Anything else for you? Everything good?
Everything's good, man. Let me get a little bit more butter.
More butter? Yeah.
Markmadov broke his arm during his fight and had to go to surgery immediately after. Hence, he lost. Well, I'll look into it, but let me tell you guys something. If he broke his arm in the fight, thank you, brother. If he broke his arm in the fight, lay off the butter and syrup, DeVille. Yeah, people keep telling me. Nah, I feel good though. I'm not gonna eat too much of this stuff. I'm gonna eat this other taco and just kind of ponder on them. Mr. Quain. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Early, huh? Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have to be on set till 11. Dude, were you involved in Black Panther? Yeah. Actually, I was, man. I was a stunt double of Forrest Whitaker, which played the character Zuri. Zuri was Uncle James. He was the uncle of Black Panther and Killmonger, right? So, who should AJ fight? I mean, who should he fight? I think it's kind of a tricky question because, see, here's the thing. A lot of Wilder fans still want him to fight Wilder. And the narrative is he was scared to fight Wilder. So because of that, for the sake of Wilder fans, he should fight Wilder. But in reality, the minute Joshua, if he beats Wilder, Wilder would be finished, but the damage to the ego of Wilder fans, a whole new wave of propaganda will be created. Like, he wasn't ready. They wanted that fight just because they knew he wasn't ready. You know, I don't think that's right. You know, just like I told my man Blue Blood, like, I'm like, look, Wilder shouldn't fight Joshua right now. He shouldn't fight him right now because if inactivity is his problem, why would you want him to fight AJ? And AJ's fought 3 times last year compared to his first introduction to the ring, and it wasn't good. He just got in there and got in the ring long enough to know that his timing's off, that he's rusty. He needs to get his killer instinct back. He needs to get his love for boxing back. He needs to get a lot of things back. Why would you want him to go in there with AJ? You wasn't saying that when AJ got beat up by Andy Ruiz. They wasn't in there saying put him in there with Deontay Wilder. Even though Wilder was happy as shit, wasn't he? But no, I think AJ should fight Hrgovic because Hrgovic's in the best position right now. Good. Scantrans, good. Because Wilder needs what everybody else got. Think about it. Why shouldn't Wilder get the opportunity for tune-up fights? Why shouldn't Wilder get the opportunity to get the ring rust off? Why shouldn't Wilder get the opportunity like everybody else got? Take, for example, we already talked about Joshua. He had 3 fights. You know, he was able to fight the guy that beat him. But look at Joseph Parker, the dude that beat him. How many fights did Joseph Parker have last year? 4 fights. But what happened before those 4 fights? He got beat up and knocked out by Joe Joyce. Zhang versus, oh, that would be good. Zhang versus Triple D. I don't know, man. That would be dangerous for Triple D, but because you know where Danny Dubois' head is. He was like, nah, give me somebody to fight for some money. I don't want to fight Dangerous Zhang for less pay. Unless the Saudis are going to pay. Skip, you are right. I mean, I'm not saying that Wilder was like not allowed or was prohibited to fight. He should have fought a long time ago. I agree. AJ should fight Linier Pero, Frank Sanchez, or Jermaine Franklin. He's already fought Franklin. What do you mean? Why would you want him to fight Franklin again? I don't want to see that. I mean, if Wilder's just cashing out, let him cash out. But if Wilder comes to that fight to cash out and he knows, hey, I think that'll be the most dangerous Deontay Wilder we've ever seen. Why? He has nothing to lose. Think about it. You think Wilder versus Anthony Joshua, you think, if Wilder comes in there, effortless, not trying to, the same way, he's finished. He just wanted a cash grab. But if he comes in there, like I think he's going to come in there against AJ, he has to come in there against AJ ready to kill him. Because if he doesn't, everything that he said for the last 5 to 6 years means absolutely nothing. The only thing it meant was you're just trying to get a pay increase because you knew you got paid less than everybody else in the heavyweight division as a champion. That's all. That's it. What do you think of Crawford versus Haney? Crawford versus Haney? I think Crawford versus Haney is a waste of time. I mean, it's ballsy from Haney, but it was ballsy from Mikey Garcia. That's why. But see, that won't be the same kind of outcome. If Devin Haney fought Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney, his career would take what me and my girl Virgin says, a no se dive. It would be a nosedive. It would be a nosedive simply because he would be taking his career just like someone on a plane flying right into the ground or into a mountain or whatever, because everything that he's done, he's went to 140 and fought an avoidable fighter in Regis Prograis. Good stuff. He's took on Vasyl Lomachenko. Good stuff. He went to Australia twice to take on the quote-unquote emperor, Gambosos. Good stuff. You're talking about going to 147, a place that you've never been, and taking on Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, see what he's going to do, and I can see that fight. Devin Haney's a big guy. He's young, but he's pretty big. He's not small. Welterweights are the biggest of the little guys. Okay. Not saying he doesn't belong there. What I'm saying is he hasn't been there. That's a difference. You can say, oh man, well, he's big enough. Yeah, he might be big enough. But who says that he can take punches from a welterweight? Who says that he can compete with welterweights? Who says he can do that with the best welterweight on the planet? See, everyone's talking about and calling out Terrence Crawford because they know Terrence Crawford is getting older. What, he's 36, 35? Do you think the day of reckoning made Fury's resume look weaker? Baby Uno, let me finish this real quick. If he goes up there and tries to box Terrence Crawford's just going to chase him down, break him down, beat him up, and knock him out. He's going to stop him. His father's going to want to either stop that fight because he's going to hurt that kid. No. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that for Haney. Haney needs something else. Let Haney fight, if he wants to fight somebody, let him fight that big ass, let him fight Jared Ennis. Let him fight Jared. Let him fight Jared Ennis. Why not? Everybody want to call out Crawford. Okay, baby Uno. Absolutely it did. All in the same night. In 2 fights, Tyson Fury's his stock has dropped. Why? Because 2 fighters that he's beat have now been beaten by other fighters. By 2 other fighters. So you can never talk that, oh, Deontay Wilder's the second best. He can't say that no more. He can't say that no more. Joe Joyce should fight Hrgovic. That would be a very good fight. That would be a very good fight. Philip Hrgovic versus Joe Joyce. And you know something funny? I see Joe Joyce beating Philip Hrgovic. But then again, I don't know. I mean, the styles, like, you know, Joe's slow. You know, he's like Zilly Zhang, but even Zilly Zhang was faster than Joe. So I don't know. A lot has to do with the timing of both fighters. Anthony Joshua versus Mark Demori. Why not, Kurt? It's a warm-up. Mark Demori. If he wanted to give Mark Demori a late Christmas present, he would do that for Mark Demori. Because Mark Demori got hit, and he looked like he hit a guy that didn't even know. It's almost like he hit a guy off the street. And the guy off the street was just like, whoa, what was that? Why did you hit me? What was that for? What reason? Oh my God, I'm hurt. No, Andre, that shouldn't be good. No. You see, Kurt, my problem with Wilder is that Wilder has not been against with a worthy resume his whole career. You agree, brother? This is how I see it in the UK. Well, I don't care where you're at. That's how you should see it anyway. I mean, Wilder was prepped to be exactly what he was. He was prepped to be a star. He was prepped to be a knockout artist. He had the power to fulfill the narrative. See, he could hit people. I mean, don't get me wrong. He knocked out a lot of people. The only problem is the people that he knocked out, nobody really knew. So the people that Wilder knocked out, nobody knew. Hence, nobody really knew him. You know, he's been knocking people out, and, you know, he had people, you know, growing on his fan base. You know, he had something that a lot of people didn't have, you know. Yes, sir. I'll have a to-go box for that and the ticket. Yes, sir. And what's that? No, I don't need that. You just listen. He got a lot of people on his team. I mean, he was kind of like the local fan favorite. The style he brought to boxing was the little unknown Dirty South swag. See, Wilder, you know, Wilder was true to where he was from. He's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I call him the Alabama Sledgehammer. See, I'm from Louisiana. And I remember the first time I seen Wilder, I think he broke his hand. And you know something crazy? He couldn't use his right hand because he broke it. And he was throwing a left hook. And the left hook actually looked good then. And I don't know what happened to his left hook. I don't know what happened.
So the call box we have is the small one. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I have like 4.
Yeah. Maybe like 2.
Check. I hope you like the food and the service.
Yes, sir. Thank you. But Wilder, I mean, I just don't think he was marketed right for anybody, to be honest with you. Anthony Joshua versus. I know we got to get past that. No, man, but Wilder has power, but I don't really see. They didn't make him or force him to do anything else or to practice anything else. You don't pump somebody's head up only to set them up to get beat up from somebody that honestly didn't deserve it. See, everybody arguing with Kurt, how did Wilder cherry pick Tyson Fury? That's easy. He cherry picked Tyson Fury because he thought Tyson Fury wasn't worth anything no more. If you don't know what a cherry pick is, that's the person that you fight that you don't think has any chance of beating you. That's a cherry pick. Simple. He even said it. He said Tyson Fury don't have no chance and no way to beat me.
I bought some extra syrup for you.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you. And I got my card right there too.
Thank you.
Take care of you, man. And Wilder said that. He said it and he meant it. It's just Tyson is the kind of guy that knew that Wilder was not what people thought he was. But what Tyson found out about Wilder was the man has power. So the only thing that Tyson picked up from Wilder was this man got power because this man damn near knocked me out. You know what I mean? That close. Now we can talk about that all day, but I'm not going to. Thank you very much, sir.
Have a good day.
You've been great, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, and I think a lot of that had to do with that Joshua stuff too, you know? Joe Joyce should fight Hrgovic. Okay, here we go. Damn, I had so many here. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I didn't even read. I didn't see all these comments until now. Now they just fluttered. Okay, we got Baptiste Kende. Kurt from Kenya. What's up, Baptiste? Joe Joyce already beat Hrgovic. He did? When? When did he beat Hrgovic? Don't give me the stuff about the amateurs. With WSB or what? Wilder's nearly 40 and active for 2 years and had 2 bad beatdowns, and Fury beat Wilding in second gear. I don't know what gear he beat him in, but he definitely beat him, St. Don. Ruiz should fight Sanchez. Ruiz is not going to fight Frank Sanchez, bro. That's not Ruiz's MO. Ruiz is not fighting anybody. Listen, he's not fighting anyone that dangerous for that little of money. No way. Derek Chisora versus Francis Ngannou. Ngannou wins, in my opinion. I mean, if he can hit Derek Chisora, yeah. I think Francis will knock out Derek Chisora. I think Derek Chisora is just too old. And the way he comes at you, he's easy to hit. My counterpunch to that is Fury beat Wilder and Klitschko at the top of their game. And ironically, Juice and Parker took advantage of the inactivity of Wilder and Klitschko. You sure that Vladimir Klitschko was on the top of his game at 39 years of age? So, that means From 39 to 41. He was on the top of his game at 39, but at 41, where was he? Was he that far gone? You know. And Wilder, I mean, you may have a point with Wilder and Parker, but nobody told Wilder to do what he did. They should have got that man a fight. And he should have knew. I need to fight because I've been out of the ring too long, instead of boast about how good or how powerful I am, sitting in the gym, making videos, letting my trainer boost my head up, pump my head up. You know what I mean? That's talk. So you guys, they sat around for 2 years and talked, and then went in there and got beat up. It's bad. Does Parker beat Joshua? As Parker better now than last fight, which was close? I don't know. I don't know if Parker can beat Joshua now, and I don't know if Joshua can beat Parker now. I mean, because now we're not talking about Otto Eileen. We're talking about a guy with punching power. We're talking about a guy with ring IQ, experience, a good chin. He's familiar with Joshua because he's been in there with him before. Likewise for Joshua, but I'm not really sure. I think it depends on how that fight's refereed. I think it depends on a lot of factors. You know, would I watch it? Oh yeah, I would watch it because, you know, that's Parker versus Joshua, and I think it's very eclectic how these guys, if they fight, how they came back together, how they came back around full circle to fight each other again. You know, not being champions, but returning to the ring to fight each other. Honestly, I think more fights should be that way, realistically. Kurt, did you ever box? I box amateurly. Appreciate the unbiased content over the years. Truly one of the greats. Thank you. Counterpunch. Mr. Kamara, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Lad was at the end of his career and had clearly declined by the time he fought Fury. Well, I'm not sure. I think Klitschko is a guy that I think he's always had a level of competition, regardless of if he was in his prime or not. I just think he was good enough to compete and did what he did for the longest time. You know, I don't know how good he was or how much he declined, because he was still quality. Because there were people that still could not beat him. And just Tyson Fury was the first to do it, and Anthony Joshua was the second. You know, so Tyson was the alpha. Joshua was the omega. Now, to drive a wedge between those two fighters, I think is wrong, because it's too less of time between the time that Tyson beat him and Joshua beat him. So for people to say, hey, there's a difference between when Tyson beat him versus when Joshua beat him, I think is wrong, and I think it's a lot of played favoritism in that, because it was only a year and a half. Okay, Tyson's supposed to fight Klitschko again, and he didn't. Joshua opted to fight him, being the unified champion of the IBF and the of the IBF only. So he fought him with a rematch clause attached. Joshua fought Klitschko, had a great fight. Klitschko had an option to exercise his rematch clause, which he decided not to. But he wanted to do that with Tyson Fury. So the question is, you know, who had the better fight, or who made the bigger impact on Klitschko? Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua? Okay, so that's how I look at that. Your knowledge is too vast for me to believe you have not at some capacity. Top rank fighter on Fury versus Usyk undercard. You on film set, Kurt? No, not yet. I don't get there to 11. Wilder was naturally gifted with power, and he was blessed. He started too late in the game, so he took a lot. He took a lot farther than anyone could expect. This guy. It was good while it lasted. The inexperience will always play a factor. Usyk beats Zilly Zhang, Kurt. I think Usyk can outbox anybody. No, I'm not at a Chinese restaurant. I'm at a restaurant at the hotel that I'm staying at. Maybe Jared Anderson undercard of Fury versus Usyk. West TV's Knowledge, Kurt, the man of the hour. How are you doing, my brother? Doing good. Doing real good. Wait, Klitschko came back. No, he didn't. Who should Andy Ruiz fight in 2024? Somebody with a pulse. As you always say, Kurt, Fury and Wilder cherry-picked each other. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I believe so. That's my opinion. I mean, Abraham Darish. Anyway, Joshua seems to have improved his boxing knowledge and got better. I think if he had fought Usyk a third time, it would be a charm. Joshua also would destroy Tyson Fury and Wilder. Here's my question to everybody. When did Anthony Joshua appear to get better? That's my question. I mean, people wouldn't really saying that before. I mean, all it takes is one fight to appear to be better. I mean, I don't think he's gotten better. I just think he's always been pretty good. It's just based on the opponents that he's had, and they're all different. Usyk fights nothing like Otto Wyllie. You know what I mean? Usyk fights nothing like anybody, really, probably besides Vasyl Lomachenko, and we shouldn't even be talking about him anyway in the heavyweight division. Kurt, most memorable fight I attended was Bo Galata. Wow. After repeated low blows, Galata was disqualified. A full-scale riot broke out. I remember that. Chet Perry, man, you were there. That's awesome. Amateur boxer, man. Started with Taekwondo, then boxing when I was 8. Taekwondo when I was 6. You know, then went over to Muay Thai. Always been a boxing fan. Boxed for about maybe 6 years. So things changed, lifestyle changed, start getting into trouble, stuff like that. But I mean, I've always stayed keen and close to boxing. He was at the bottom of his game. Okay. Talking about Klitschko? Thank you, sir. I think AJ destroys every heavyweight not named Usyk. Well, if he does, that makes Usyk that much better, because he's the only one that didn't get beat by AJ, huh? Might lose you guys in this elevator. Maybe, maybe not. You finished him and strawman arguments. Where does Big Baby go from here, Kurt? Do you think Big Baby fights Jared Anderson? Beat someone of note when he gets in shape. I think Jarrell Miller needs to. I think he needs to take a break, get in shape, get that fat off, recover, because I still think he's in recovery right now. I don't think, that fat back and the titties and the increased weight gain, I think that was because he's not on the juice no more. And I think he needs to fully acclimate to the person that he was meant to be versus the person that he became taking steroids. So that's what I think about him. I think he does need to fight someone. Oh, I hate these things. Hold on a second. Let me turn these off. How do I turn them off? Let's see. Okay. All right. But Big Baby Miller, man, I think Big Baby Miller, he really just needs to chill. He needs to chill. He needs to heal. Like, if you guys don't know anything about like addictions and stuff like that, rehab, you have a process of time where you go through. And I think Jarrell Miller, I think he's a guy that did so many drugs over the years. I could be wrong, but I think he's a guy that really, really should focus more on, especially like now that he's a devout Muslim. I think it makes it easier because a lot of things that he won't be able to do based on things that he can't do. And I think he needs to really get back to the core of who he really is as an athlete. And only he knows who that is. Only he knows the extent or the peak, right? The potential of how good he can become. Wallin was completely shut out. He did nothing. He was totally dominated, hurt, and made to quit. Nothing about Fury's win is more dominant. Stop clutching straws at the usual. We have to be honest. Fury beat Wallin in a hard fight. It was no schooling. Fury then went on much later to get broke up by an MMA guy. Wilder won a round against Fury, and Fury had one eye most of the fight. Well, it was a tough fight, man. Bad day at the office for Tyson Fury. When he fought Otto Wallin, it was a bad day at the office. I mean, like, let's look at it like this. Who in the world would survive 2 cuts like that? But who in the world would stay? Who would allow someone with those bigger cuts to stay in the fight? Tyson Fury. It's almost like, look, Tyson Fury is a guy that, they allowed it to happen because he could take it. And obviously he did because he made it. Bars. Right? Because, Tyson Fury knew, it's like, look, I'm in a tough fight. I can see. Tyson showed that he was beating Otto Wallin. He showed that he could protect himself. He showed a lot of things. He didn't really get into any trouble until like really the 11th and 12th round when Otto Wallin caught him and it hurt him. But a lot of that was due to him trying to protect the eye and then still win the fight. Marlon Thornell, good morning, Kurt. Counterpunch to you. Counterpunch to you, brother. Well said, Kurt. Absolutely. I mean, like, people need to understand that Tyson Fury had a bad day at the office. And he did what he could do with what he was dealing with. He played the hands he was dealt. The man had 2 massive cuts, like right over here. If anybody else, that would have been stopped. Sure, I get it, but understand, this man was still able to maintain, control the fight, win the fight, and get through the fight. So, there you go. Coming from a dude, think about the mindset of Otto Eileen. Otto Eileen ain't never been beat before he came into that ring. And you're an undefeated fighter that has just put 2 huge scars, right? You see that blood when you're fighting? You know what that does to your adrenaline? I see blood. Attack. You know? So Wileen was in a mindset. Look. Wileen didn't have that same success or fortune with AJ. Let's do this. Let's do this. How about this? How about in the second round, Otto Wileen was able to cut Anthony Joshua like he did Tyson Fury? Do you think that would have affected the way Otto Wileen fought AJ? You know, what does Ngannou have to do? What does it have to do to get in the rankings? He's already in the rankings, according to the WBC. I don't know about the other sanctioning bodies or whatever, but he's already in the rankings. Wileen simply wasn't as scrappy in the Joshua fight. I think the punching power affected him, and he expected Joshua to be exactly what he narrated Joshua to be. And what people don't understand about Joshua, that's what I loved about it. A lot of people, oh, he's not the same. Get in there with him. You had guys like White. Oh, he's not the same, man. He's not the same. You know, he's just tentative, man. He just don't want to fight. Okay. You know. But something happened to the drug test with you. So did Hellenius too. Bars. Well, he got scared. Wileen got cautious. Because he knew, like, And then Wileen stopped engaging upstairs, if you notice. He was just... And then, you know what happened? Josh was like, okay, fine. You're not going to fight me upstairs. I'm going to put a beating on your body. And that's what he did. That straight right came. He was throwing that right hand to the body like Canelo throws it. Dude, twisting in that punch. Dude, he was hitting Wileen. Wileen was like, oh. And he knew, this dude punches hard. I'm not used to this. This ain't Tyson Fury. They're 2 different fighters. See, Fury's slicking. You know what I mean? And he's letting shots rip off, but he's letting shots rip off in broken rhythm sequences. Where there's Joshua's, you know, and then he's not even able to counter Joshua because Joshua's hit him off his pivot so much that when he does punch, he's already out of position. That's bad when someone hits you that hard to throw you off your pivot, to throw you off your position. I do believe AJ has learned how to fight a southpaw properly. I mean, shit. He's fought one of the best back-to-back. So you think Otto Wileen will be a test? No. And basically, if it wasn't for Alexander Usyk made that Otto Wileen fight easy for AJ. He looked at that dude, I'm going to knock you. He told Otto Wileen, I'm going to knock you the F out. AJ was interviewed by Spencer Oliver from Talk Sports before the fight and and said if Wileen and banking on me being mentally weak on a decline, then it's going to be a bad day for him. Well, that's what happened. Yeah. You need to understand that just because Fury fought with Vlad in an easy fight and had a hard fight with Wileen and AJ had vice versa doesn't take away the other guy. Stop being so biased. Skrilla50, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Skrilla50 in the building. Yeah, I got about 10 minutes because I got to get ready to go. Got to get ready to split. But no, I think none of that has anything to do with anything until two different guys get in the ring. You're absolutely right. See, we can talk about comparison, but comparisons are good because at least we have some type of barometer to go about on. Because you have two guys have fought the same fighters. That's good. Rockdale in the house, Danny. You know, so like Tyson Fury fights Joshua, that fight is going to create its own formula of outcome. What will it do when these guys tangle ass? Only these guys will know when it happens. And here's the thing, it's blind. He ain't gonna know, and he ain't gonna know. They won't know until they go up and they show up. That's the only thing. They may intend on doing whatever they're going to do. Their game plan may be, hey, I need to do this. And that game plan means that guy with his game plan, okay, well, I need to do this. Okay, they're going to be strategizing all night long. Okay, and while they're attempting to strategizing, some physical play is coming into effect. And that's based on what they intend to do or what they tried to attempt. Their attempt is, hey, I need to do this. Will it happen? We will see. That's all it is, people. Kind of want to see AJ and Ngannou. Well, if Eddie Hearn wanted that fight, he could get that fight because all he has to do is offer Ngannou more money. See, Ngannou made $10 million to fight Tyson Fury. All they need to do is offer him 15. They could get that fight if they wanted that fight. But see, understand, AJ didn't want to fight Francis Ngannou. If you guys remember, I mean, let me remind you, AJ did not want to fight Francis Ngannou. He was like, nah, leave that to Tyson and all the other clown shit. Leave that to him and his brother and all what they're doing over there. I'm fighting real contenders. I'm still in this fight. I'm still in these boxing rankings. I'm still fighting someone that actually is supposed to mean something on the hierarchy of boxing, not someone that's trying to experiment in being a boxer that came from another platform. That ain't what AJ was doing, and that's not what he wanted. He didn't want that. Nobody really wanted that until they seen how serious Francis Ngannou was. You see what I'm saying? Then everyone cared. Nobody gave a damn. Kurt, don't you think Francis Ngannou beats both of them? No. I just don't think. Here's the thing. I don't think Tyson Fury hits as hard as people think he is. Hence, I don't think Wilder's chin is good as it's supposed to be. I think he has heart, but I don't think he has this huge dynamite chin. I think he can be hurt just like anybody else. He's nothing special when it comes to durability. That's all. And I think everyone has a sweet spot somewhere. There's a reason why we have pressure points. There's a reason why we have pressure points. There's a reason why we have those pressure points. Because those are points that can put you down. I see Ngannou getting more exposed than Wilder in his next fight. Okay? Depends on who he fights. Fury is good, but he needs to stop talking. Well, Fury's good, but I think his mouth needs to stop giving him the perception that he's the best when we clearly see, okay, this dude could get his ass beat because we seen him get his ass beat. That's all. Stop talking like you're the top dog. I'm the best that came out. I'm the best fighter that ever came out the moms. That's disgusting anyway. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. What's going on, Kurt? What you filming? I got Usyk on points too. Danny Champion. Walker, Texas Ranger, brother. Hopefully Fury is off the packet. Hopefully. I hope the undisputed fight doesn't get postponed again. Bro, me too. Because if it gets postponed again, that's going to put a real damper on the sport. A real damper on the sport. If Fury loses to Usyk twice, I think he'll retire in disgrace. He should. And goodbye. Goodbye. See you later. Don't come back. Don't come back, please. Write another book. Do some more coke. Stay away. Raise your family. You got 7 children. Yeah, you can stay busy raising them instead of just going off and running off and whatever he does. No. Don't leave that up to Paris. Go home and raise them children. Like my brother says, go home and raise those children. I can't see undisputed happening in February. Probably be Usyk versus AJ. You know something? I don't want to see Usyk versus AJ again. I like them both, but I don't want to see that again. You know why I don't want to see that again? Because I know Usyk can beat AJ. There is nothing that you can convince me, of AJ. I know Tyson Fury can beat Wilder. I don't want to see that again. How many times do we have to see something to understand what it is exactly what it is? I've had enough. He's not even Fury. I've had enough reruns. I've had enough moments in boxing history of insanity. I've had enough of that. I'm tired of looking at the same fights again and again and again. I didn't want to see Joshua versus White. I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm glad that fight didn't happen. I'm sick of Eddie trying to push that damn fight. Dillian White needs a fight new. He should have fought McCauley. Why didn't he fight McCauley? He was going to fight him backstage in Poland or wherever the hell they were at. Yeah, I don't want to see Usyk versus AJ. I don't want to see that no more. Are you Cuban and black? Wrong. I am African American, Cuban, and Irish. Now, those are 3 nationalities, not 3 races. It's only 1 race. No, but listen. Let's think about it. You want to see Joshua and Usyk again, right? Joshua, Usyk, 3. Usyk's 38. Okay, I don't want to see Usyk fight old. Not saying that he couldn't compete. I'm just saying those fights, even looking at the first fight and the second fight, there were 2 different Usyks. Now you can factor in the war, you can factor in the amount of training that he could or could not do based on the war or the circumstance. You can do that. You could say that. You could whatever. But AJ fighting Usyk again for what? What are we trying to do? You know? Yeah. So, it is what it is. I mean, it is exactly what it is. I don't want to see redos. I want to see new fights. That's why I love the Day of Reckoning, because everything was new. Jarrell Miller and Dubois, Parker and Wilder, Wiley and Joshua. Those were fights that we needed to see. They're fresh. They're unscripted. I don't know about unscripted, but they're definitely new. Uncharted. So there you go. But Usyk fighting Joshua, I know Usyk's better than Joshua. That's okay. I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see, wow, Joshua, now I'm 34 years old and I'm fighting 39-year-old Usyk. That's not cool. Then when you beat Usyk, would you really expect to get credit for beating Usyk? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I beat him once in the resume. Okay, great. You beat him when he was fucking 40. Good for you. AJ versus Usyk 3 will happen at some point. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll cover it. I'll watch it. You know, I mean, I hope it's entertaining, but I don't want to see that because Usyk gives too much of himself in training and in the fight himself. If you look at Usyk after the fight, does it look like he's not been in a fight? He's looked like he's been in a very bad fight. He just happened to win. You know what I'm saying? And the older you get, I care for fighters, bro. I know fighters are human beings. And the whole toll that fighting, boxing brings upon a person is real. It's damaging. It's brutal. Okay? It can be deadly. Okay, so I don't look at like, oh, let's see him fight the 4th time. The what? The 3rd time. Why? He sacrificed enough of himself fighting a much bigger fucking guy in Joshua. And he's beat that guy in Joshua. David beat Goliath. That's just like saying, all right, fight Goliath again. What? Why? How many times did Ali Frazier fight? Exactly, and they almost killed each other. Akhlil or Achille Negus. What happened? Oscar Ruiz. Oh, Oscar. I don't know. I mean, Rivas. Something's wrong with his eye. But yeah, man, I got to get out of here. I'm going to go live if I can on set. Maybe I can't. That's why I'm doing this live stream. But I thank you guys for coming on, hanging out with me for the time being. Videos will be coming at you, okay, every hour, past this hour. So you guys stay tuned, be blessed, and everyone has been counterpunched. Peace!